with reactions to the passing of Jay Briscoe and more. This is Wrestling Up. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Talking about the issues that she had with Naomi when shooting Total Divas, Cameron said on the Bellas podcast, it was so bad to the point I was like, we're not friends anymore. I was like, I'm not friends with you. I was like, I'm done, you're good. It was bad. I remember being in each other's face. I pushed her, she pushed me, and I was like, don't you touch me. I was so upset to the point when I got that mad, I started crying because that's how mad I was. That's the time too, there was no official, this is going anywhere. And so I just remember it was so fresh and so new. And I'm thinking like, damn, I'm about to lose a friendship over something we didn't even know if the show would air. Revealing the conversation she had with Britt Baker on how to deal with fame, Jade Cargill told Bootleg Kev that I just came in out of nowhere. These other girls have been grinding on the indies for years. They have a fan base. Like, they've given a lot of their time and work and all their bodies to the sport. And here I am, I'm coming in and I look good, and it's like, okay, you're kind of being shot to the top right now. Britt is not even our champ, but she's on TV. She's right there with our champ. She's on flyers. She's on this, but she puts asses in seats. So that's one woman I had a heart-to-heart with, and I spoke about it like, how do you deal with it? And she gave me some great advice. And now I could care and give a damn less about any of that. I'm placed in a position, and I have to understand that I have to hold my head high and keep it moving. And I have to trust in our owner that he put me in this position for a reason. When it comes to WWE's pay-per-view event next weekend, PW Insider reported that we are told Royal Rumble weekend will be very much an all-hands-on-deck weekend for the company, with lots of talents being brought in, even if they aren't working the show for media and WWE Network projects. There's been talk of some NIL talent being brought into for the weekend as well. With PW Insider reporting that Adam Hopkins, who was the VP of Communications and worked for WWE for 25 years, recently left the company, Fightful is now added. We are told that Hopkins was not the only recent exit from the company's PR side, but certainly his exit would be among the most shocking in recent company history, with one person describing it as the equivalent of Howard Finkel exiting. Big E replied, a true professional and a great human. Really going to miss A-Hop. As many are certain of Uncle Howdy's identity, and reports have come out of a potential match between him and Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, one fan apparently met him backstage as a woman named Chloe told the host of What's Up WWE Universe, then Uncle Howdy walks by, and I'm just like, hi, and he's very friendly. He waves back at me. I'm just going to tell y'all, the voice did seem a little on the high side. It was a male voice, obviously, but on the higher side. Is it Bo Dallas? Did I meet Bo Dallas and didn't realize? According to a recent report, it seems independent wrestling events won't be streaming on Peacock, as it was said that several indie events that are featured on Peacock are set to expire, leaving many wondering what's up. Fightful Select has learned that as of now, WWE is not continuing independent content on the WWE Network on Peacock. Several of the companies already have plans in order to follow up. On his podcast, Kevin Nash touched on how he's been doing, where he made a concerning comment. Today is week 12 since I lost my boy. Time flies when you got a gun in your mouth. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. Co-host Sean Oliver responded, don't play like that. You have guns, so you can't say those things. Nash replied, I can do whatever I want to do, long as I leave a note. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing that happens is I come to the realization that instead of there being 3 human beings in my house, there's now 2. And the third person isn't on vacation or staying with friends, or is out late. He is never coming back. And then I sit up in the bed and I have absolutely nothing I have to do. And it's like, so why am I getting out of bed? Hours later, David Hero would write this in regards to the situation. I just spoke with Kevin Nash. I can assure you that he has zero intentions to harm himself, especially as he hung up on me, walking into the gym, arm day. Speaking about WWE potentially being sold, AEW President Tony Khan told Maggie and Perloff, "I'm interested in the news that there is potentially a sales process, and certainly I think we've shown when there are acquisitions and transactions, we're capable of making the big purchases, whether my dad steps up with the Jacksonville Jaguars or Fulham FC in the Premier League. And he's done such a great job building up the club and putting resources into it, and we're playing football at a high level. With AEW, we've shown that we can build a company. Even when I purchased Ring of Honor, that's a very different thing than WWE, but Ring of Honor is a company with 20 years of history, and I really have enjoyed running it. And we've shown that we're at all-time highs in terms of every business metric since we relaunched it, and it's only going to get better. AEW is my main focus, but certainly when that news is out there, it's very interesting. Stay tuned to AEW Dynamite and AEW Rampage. You never know when I'm going to address something. On the other hand, it's very preliminary to talk about that process. If there is a process there, which it sounds like there may be, I'm interested in being a part of it. Confirming an appearance for Raw's 30th anniversary next week, Ric Flair mentioned on his podcast that Hulkamania is coming. He confirmed to me last night that he's coming. While it was recently reported that the plan for WWE is to make a match between Austin Theory and John Cena at WrestleMania 39, the C Nation leader dropped a cryptic tweet on his Instagram showing Logan Paul with a WWE title over his shoulder. Paul did reportedly ask to be seen as opponent, so we'll see what happens. In some heartbreaking news, it was reported that yesterday, Ring of Honor star Jay Briscoe passed away. PW Insider said last night that Briscoe passed away several hours ago, and what we have heard was a car accident, although obviously details are very preliminary as of this writing. More details were provided by Ringside News in the EMS log from the call where Briscoe passed. As it reads, multiple calls reporting as many as 4 patients trapped, first arriving confirming entrapment and fire, command advising 1 critical pediatric, 2nd serious patient, evaluating 2 others, EMS advising 2 adult fatalities and 2 critical patients being transported at this time. Roadway closed, AM extended time. Many in the wrestling community reacted to this writing. Sadly, Jimmy Pugh has passed away. Known to fans as Jay Briscoe, he was the star in ROH for over 20 years, from the first show until today. Jay and his brother Mark dominated Ring of Honor, reigning as champions to this day. We'll do whatever we can to support his family. Rest in peace. I've been in tears since I heard the news. I just don't have the words. Rest in peace, Jay. Shocking and very horrible news. Very sad. I didn't know Jay that well, but heard nothing but amazing things about the man for years. Rest in peace. Jay Briscoe was one of the toughest men I ever had the privilege of sharing a ring with, as well as being a tremendous brother, father, and a man. I'm so happy to have had the opportunity to know him and wrestle him as often as I did. Rest in peace, Jay. I love you. One of the nicest, funniest, genuine, and talented men I've ever met. All we ever talked about was our families. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Devastating news. My heart breaks for Jay Briscoe's family. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. You have left many great matches in Japan. You are still in the memories of Japanese fans. Jay Briscoe was a wonderful human being, and he loved his family so much. He was so proud of them. Rest with God, my friend. Sending lots of love. The Mortons extend our deepest condolences. Gutted to hear about Jay Briscoe. They were one of the greatest tag teams ever. All thoughts and prayers with his brother and family. Devastating news. Always had a smile when I saw him. Told both Jay and his brother how happy I was to see them come to Impact when they did. My wife always said great things about them in both Ring of Honor and now AEW. Rest in peace, Jay. I've known Jay Briscoe since he was a fan. Watched him become an amazing wrestler, best tag team, and realest promo guy. I was going to text him yesterday about the cost of eggs, and I didn't. I wish I did. Whenever I saw them, I'd say, love me some Briscoes, prayers for his family. I didn't interact much with him, but upon meeting Jay, I instantly understood something about him. His family was his everything. All the love in the world to them this evening. On behalf of the NXT community, I would like to express our condolences to the Briscoe family for their loss. An incredible performer who created a deep connection with wrestling fans across the globe. My condolences to the family and friends of Jay Briscoe. Please pray for Jay Briscoe's family. Trust me, this is worse than you think. Heard this tragic news while flying. I'm devastated that Jay Briscoe tragically died today. I was honored to work with him many times. I loved Jay. Jay was so real. Jay loved his wife and kids more than anything, and we shared that bond. I'm heartbroken for his family. I don't have the words right now to properly convey my sorrow. I love Jay and Mark Briscoe. Always have. I wouldn't be here without them. I'm very lucky to have shared the ring and shared so many laughs with Jay Briscoe, and I'm so sad to know neither will happen again. Rest in peace, my friend. I don't know what my life would be like without Jay Briscoe in it, and I don't want to know. You believed in me. You helped me. You treated me like family. There will never be another like you. I am so grateful to have known a man like you. I love you, Jay. Unfortunately, Jay Briscoe's daughter was in the vehicle that crashed and is now dealing with injuries. As Jay's wife Ashley wrote, "We need prayers. Gracie is on her way into surgery on her back. Jamin would want the whole world praying for his little girl. We believe in the power of prayer. Pray for the doctors and everyone working on her. Pray for her precious legs to move again. Pray for Jaylee, who has some pretty serious injuries, but is stable and resting. Pray for Gannon waiting at home. Pray for strength for all of us. We have a long, long road ahead of us." And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.